I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, I gotta have the weirdest relationship with Sorcery of all time because word to my mother, I love this game, bro. But this main dev just keeps pissing me off. Like, I swear to God, it feels like every other day this nigga just makes a questionable decision that just leaves the entire community dumbfounded. And when he's not making questionable game choices, he's getting mentally farmed by his general chat so bad that he closes his game. I got a lot to yap about today, bro. So just strap in, like, comment, subscribe, and let's get into the content. You know, people, low-key at this point, I feel like Sorcery might be my favorite game on Roblox. And that really sucks because I never get to play it. And when I do get to play it, my data gets reset, so it didn't even matter whether or not I played it to begin with. All jokes aside though, like, Sorcery recently reopened for what was meant to be a month-long hiatus. And with that came another data wipe. And normally, like I said in my last video, I would be cool with this. However, in this update, they also added another major, well, I'd argue a very big, very good update, which was giving every single player a second slot completely for free. If you watched my last video on Sorcery, my main caveat against buying the game was the frequent data wipes that were supposedly meant to happen. And my main justification for the data wipes was the fact that not everyone would buy a second slot to test the progression changes. But now that every single player has a second slot to just, test the progression as much as they want, why the fuck are we still wiping people, man? Like, maybe like a week or two ago, you could say it was a necessary evil, like we need the data wipes, but now there's quite literally like no at least no easy justification for it. It really just kind of seems like it's there to piss people off. So I don't know, maybe stop doing data wipes. I would say unemployed non-game, but I have a job now. I work at a restaurant. So back to the topic at hand. Speaking of testing new progression changes, quite a few progression changes were actually made this update. And I'm not gonna lie, I hate almost all of them. You probably expected that, but you're never gonna expect why. Now I'm gonna keep referencing my last video because my points were just so spectacular in that video. So we're going back to it one more time here. In my last video, I mentioned the PvE and the progression in this game, and I essentially just called it glorified bandit beating because that's kind of what it was. And I guess in like an attempt to get away from that title, the dev decided to add some PvP gates to progression. One being at level 50 and the other being at level 100. Now, regardless of popular belief, I don't actually have an issue with PvP in progression. I think it's actually pretty cool and promotes like learning the game. My issue is how they implemented this, or maybe it's just the type of game that Sorcery is, but yeah, no, the PvP gates clearly are not working, and let me explain why. So like I mentioned earlier, the first PvP gate is at semi-grade 2 or level 50 in normal human being terms. Now let me tell you why this is bad. In Sorcery, at level 50, you have around 2 moves, you have no curse technique, no domain, nothing. You have no hose, no bans, literally nothing going on for you. So essentially, with 2 moves and some vibes, the devs just expect you to go out there and just box and squabble special grade ops. And I'm not built like that, bro. I feel like I just need to stress how actually weak you are at grade 2, because at that point, any grade 1 could just walk up and pimp slap you and you're just back to the lobby, bro. I haven't even mentioned yet that this issue is only made worse if you make the mistake of picking curse in your progression. Because, just based on how like the nature of anime is, people are going to gravitate towards picking sorcerer because, those are the good guys. So basically it's like a 70-to-1 ratio of sorcerers to curses. And basically what this has led to is just entire lynching squads of like 15 sorcerers jumping like 1 curse, all for the sake of progression. I've also yet to mention that there's also another level gate at level 100. And there's a little fun quirk where it actually doesn't matter what level the person you kill is as long as they're the opposite faction. And what this has led to is essentially just entire squads of sorcerers jumping grade 4 curses for progression. I personally made the mistake of picking curse for my progression this time around, and I got sent back to the lobby I think 20 times an hour. If you ask any of my friends, they'll tell you I was just crashing out in VC the whole time, bro, because I literally couldn't progress. Now, obviously, this isn't like a curse exclusive problem. Like, I can imagine that curses are probably jumping sorcerers too, but it's definitely worse for curses. Like, I see what you were trying to do, man, but this update just wasn't it, bro. Like, all this really did was just make progression more awful and tedious. Speaking of awful and tedious updates, the dev also added this mission counter thing to every single world, where when you spawn into a mission, you have like 5 minutes to complete it or not complete it, and it just TPs you out either way. And it's like, why did you add this, man? I don't think anyone actually asked for that, and it just makes progression, again, more fucking tedious. Like, I swear that's only a feature you would add to like piss people off, bro. Why did you add that? The last progression change I want to talk about is the Dream World rework. And this is probably like my least hateful opinion of the video. I'm not gonna lie, the Dream World rework is mostly good. Like, I like the concept of having multiple holes and going into the wrong one killing you. I also like the new map. Like, I like that it has landmarks and it's not just Hueco Mundo. but like it wouldn't be a sorcery video if there wasn't at least like a little bit of negative there. And trust me, there is. For some fucking reason, they replaced the music in the dream world with unmutable music that sounds like a very bad children's choir, and you can't mute it. I would know because I fucking tried for like 20 minutes. It's just like changes like this that make me think to myself like, what the fuck are you doing, man? Like, why? Who asked for this? I feel like if I was a game dev and not an employed non-game dev, I would be like, you know, I feel like the last place where I would put very loud unmutable music would be the section of the game where you have to listen for a very faint whisper and follow it. Just me though, I don't know. It's like, again, man, like it seems like something you would only add to piss people off. Just like very questionable, to me at least. The last thing I want to talk about isn't actually the game at all. It's the main dev. Because frankly, nigga, you've been pissing me off quite a bit recently. Like straight up, nigga, you gotta do better, bro. Basically, right, if y'all are unaware, as of today that I'm recording this video, Wednesday, June 5th, the main dev of Sorcery has closed his game because he got mentally farmed by his general chat, which is actually so crazy. I'm gonna be so serious. This might be one of the worst looks in Roblox history. Yeah, we're getting real close, my brother. Like, what's your name? Cry. That's what it says on the screenshot. Getting real close, my brother. Listen, bro. These Roblox screen people, they have no power, bro. If some dumbass nigga wants to say some stupid shit about your game, let them. You have the keys to the house, nigga. These niggas cannot meaningfully affect you at all. They can't touch you. You can't even see them. Like, bro, you quite literally have what could be the next biggest Roblox anime game on your hands right now, and you're selling. Like, you're inting, bro. Like, you're just really just making yourself look like a crybaby, bro. Like, how are you gonna let a bunch of 12-year-olds on Discord win, bro? Like, be so very serious right now, bro. Like, this is such a bad look. Like, y'all might think that I'm really just hating, and like that's like partially true because I am a hater, but it's like I'm telling you that I want this nigga to have a W so fucking badly, but he can't help himself. Like I said, bro, I love this game, and we're just gonna have to wait through the L's until we finally make it to a W, and that's cool with me because I get a video out of it. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all later.